So they'll be calling you a radical. So this is a real important video. Every single academia professor, science, well, any ecologist, any environmentalist, any organization, any activist, any professor across multiple spectrums, this should be the #1 subject in the world. Now stay with me and I'll explain why. I'll go nice and slow. Go team, got steam. I got a great idea. Let's fix climate change and global warming by boiling more of the Earth's water over and over. Fuck. Now stay with me. This is incredibly important. This is historic as hell. Okay. So the steelhead salmon that live in the Pacific Ocean are on the verge of extinction. Well, they're still fishing. Idaho, Oregon, Washington, British Columbia. I mean, they're on the verge of extinction. That's 2011's number. 416,603. Now that's the Columbia River drainage. Now this is by number. This is not by weight. Look at this immediate decline. Now stay with me. We're at 102,000. Let's get back here. Then we'll get to the Chinook and we'll get to the coho. Now this is why this is alarming as fucking hell. We're at 55,000. That's about where it's going to end. Now stay with me. This is important. Real historic. By the way, Ogden, Utah. Where did you sleep last night? In the pines, in the pines, in the dead fucking pines where the sun from Fukushima always shines. So, now stay with me. Bill Monroe, all over, Oregonian, the Seattle newspaper, the fake, I mean, talk about a fraud. This is such incredible fraud. Gonna be 1 million coho. Here's the coho this year. It's running less than last year's. Oh no, it's gonna be the good old days. Still had nightmare. Okay, these are the overall numbers. You can screenshot them. I mean, I guess I can't do all the, well, I guess I do got to do all the work. I've learned that. Okay, now stay with me. Steelhead immediately started to collapse after Fukushima because their life cycle is 1 to 2 years. And it just proves you they're, fuck. Tillamook Bay got closed, I closed it last year. The marine biologist in the desert of Utah. Tim and I mean, you got us, that's it. So stay with me. These are the Chinook numbers. 1,337,101. Now remember, they go to sea for 5 years. Expected these massive returns, as I've went over this 1 million times with you. They set their projections at 1.7 million. I put mine at 680,000 in 2016. Came at 697. 2017, I set my projections at 480,000. They set theirs at 2.3 million. NOAA, ODFW, WFW, everybody came in at 480,000. 2016, they set their projections between 2.3 million and 2.7 million. Then they lowered to 1.3 million. I set mine at 333,000. Came in at 333,000. 336,000. Stay with me. Okay, this is the coho. Bill Monroe is going to be over 1 million. I mean, he's good. Oh, this is going to be so great. Blah blah. Come buy your licenses. Come buy your freaking tags. Yay! Stay in the hotel room. Go to the Oregon coast. Yay! See the dead tide pools. Okay, here's where we're at right now for the year. That's last year's. Excuse me. That's 40,889. Last year's steelhead. 101,200 from 400. So last year's Chinook salmon, 336,000. Here's this year's. Excuse me, those are last year's also. So steelhead right now, we're at 55,000. 55,000. Right now, we're at barely, we're not even at 20,000, Bill Monroe. Not even close. I think we're at 12 or 13,000. Far car from a million. Right now, we're at 178,000. Now remember, I set my projections at 220,000 over to 100. Now remember, this is important. Stay with me. That's before they came out and banned all gill netting. Now stay with me. They banned all gill netting, and fishing's only been open for a couple days. It's closed again now. Just enough to get you up there. So you can see the number right now is running at right around 70% of last year's horrific nightmare. So let's get back to last year's horrific number. 336,000. So now they're going to come in probably around 220,000. Now remember, this is with no fishing. Last year there was gill netting and fishing. Now remember, the governor of Washington, who's running for president, not only did he go ahead and say they can gill net, he raised the quota. But that got stepped in and overrun. Okay, now stay with me why this is the catastrophe that it is. From 1.3 million, 1,337,000 to 220,000 in 4 years. Now remember, stay with me. This is real important. Chinook salmon go to sea for an average of 5 years. That was the first returning batch. Now this is the smoking gun because you can correlate it with the stillhead, because the stillhead immediately started to collapse because their life cycle is 1 to 2 years. Now stay with me. This is why this is my tide pool work. I know I've done so much work. I physically do the work. First you hypothesize knowledge, then you do the field work, then you defend your work. That's what a real PhD. Every scientist in the world should be all over this. Every academia professor should be all this. Every activist, every fucking anybodyist. And they're not. I mean, it's pretty amazing. It's me. Who would have believed it? Okay, this is why this is a nightmare. Okay. This is why it's a nightmare. I can look at stillhead counts. Okay. And my Chinook. So I can look at these stillhead counts. Okay. 416,000 in 2011. I can look at these counts and I could tell you what's going to be the next few years of the Chinook. Again, let's get back to the graph. That's the Bonneville. So the Columbia River drainage, 2.5 mile wide, the biggest drainage on earth, bar none. Now remember, this is by number, not by weight. Now we know the slam and salmon reopened. The biggest fish they caught was 20. Tim and I, boots on the ground, tons and tons of work. Friends, we got pictures of, remember the salmon with the stripes through it? That's Mark. He caught it. He's a lifelong fisherman up there, fishes every day, all day, no salmon. We know there's pictures showing up now. That's our work. Little sores and tumors. Tim got a video with the chief at the Klamath at the mouth saying that they're full of tumors. We have photographs. We have proof. We have boots on the ground. It's not hearsay. Scientists are mystified. They're puzzled. They're baffled. They're stumped. That's not science. In fact, that's the opposite. Any scientist says that fucking should be railroaded out of town. They should be fucking rounded up. I mean, because that's not science. It has nothing to do with science. It's asymmetric to science. It's hyperbole, which is in reality the opposite of science. You have to do the fucking work. You have to prove your work. I hypothesize it's a new energy, Fukushima, blah, 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 blah. You know my whole shtick. I've proved my work. I proved it, unarguably. This has nothing to do with opinion. This is not fucking radio, fucking YouTube, gaga, blah, blah, all we hear. No, 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 no. This is scientific fucking data and proof. Just like my tide pool videos. We're sitting at 55,000 for the year. This thing's is about done. So we're going to end up under 60,000. From 416,000. You mean, so it tells me the condition of the ocean, just like the tide. Oh, they're coming. No, they're not coming back. I mean, I'm out there in those fucking tide pools. That historic. You know how hard I work at that? You know, have to get on a plane, fucking. Remember, I did all this while I was in critical condition, full of fucking cancer. You know, Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, multiple myeloma, AML, leukemia, a death sentence. With a failed organ valve. I had open heart surgery 2 years ago. Not to mention last year my fucking gallbladder ruptured. This is the biggest story in the fucking world, bar none. That's real. That's from the switch out on this steam generator, San Onofre, in 2010, 2011 that blew. So, go team, got steam. They had a, I like it, they call it a steam malfunction. Yeah, they vented nuclear fallout all over you in San Clemente. I'm an elitist. I'm from San Clemente. Go, I'm a bee, don't tread on me, I'm a bee, they tread all over you, I'm a bee at PB. We got well washers, we got well petters, we got greenwashers, we got hypocrites. We got frickin' praying to an AK-47 American manufactured Jesus. We got them all. We got YouTubers. We got fucking in my basement spinners. We got fucking analysis of the analysis. We got golden handcuffed scientists. We got fucking do nothing fucking sit on their hands lazy fucking professors. We have fucking marine biologists. We have skiers who can't ski. We have surfers who can't surf. We have fishermen who can't fish. We have fucking obey, consume, fucking look at me. Go fucking team, we got fucking steam. I got a great idea. Let's cure all this by boiling more of the Earth's water. Huh. What's the SMR accident in Russia? What's Hanford? What's Westlake? What's fucking the Nevada test site? Fucking, what's fucking San Onofre got steam? What's Harrisburg, 3 Mile Island? What's Chernobyl? What's Fukushima? Go team, we killed the sea. Fucking Pacific Ocean dies. Stock market makes all-time highs. Obey, consume, me. Fucking die of cancer young and fucking loving it. Let's go to the Oregon coast to show my friends a picture that I went to the fucking 100th fucking monkey in fucking abstract. The fucking 1000th fucking monkey in reverse. The fucking 1,000,000th fucking monkey upside down. The one Google fucking survey monkey. Trotsky to the head. David Goldberg, who's he? Asymmetric, go team, up is down, black is white. Where'd you sleep last night? I slept in the fucking false equivalency in Ogden, fucking Utah, the water's fucking curse. I slept up way up firm and high in the bed. Fuck, let's mock the housing crisis. Let's mock the homeless. Let's mock it. Yay, let's import fucking butterfly fucking painters, panty painters, fucking greenwashers, well petters, and hypocrites. Yay, go fucking team and American right wingers. Praying to it. AK-47. Where'd you sleep last night? In the pines with the sun from Fukushima. Just all 3 of them. Where did you sleep last night? Go team. Got steam. Stay tuned.